Good evening, ma'am. I am unable to join from laptop, so you can start your speech. I will introduce you afterwards. I am connecting to the website. Okay, you can start your speech.
Okay, I'm assuming that was me.
Good evening to you all. This
Okay,
is
if
Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya Ausa running international e-conferences daily series. Today we have invited Dori Madam, who is from United States, and she will speak on using drumming for health and wellness. As you are knowing that this series covers the topics related to education, related to health, and this topic is today is related to health. I request you, Madam, you can start your speech now. Thank you.
thank you so much. If I could just request that everybody mute their microphone because I do hear some typing in the background. Greetings, everyone, from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Dori Staehle, certified drum therapist and owner of Next Stage Drumming. Today, we're going to be talking about good vibrations, the healing power of drumming. You're going to hear about the background behind drumming, some of the science, my case studies, and you will get to participate in an interactive activity. So yes, you'll be drumming on your legs, your desk, a book, or whatever you have handy. But let's see if I am able to share my slides. I hope everybody can hear me okay, yeah? Yes? Okay, I hope. All right, let's see if this works. Drum roll, please. Okay, there it is. There it is. Can I make it bigger though? That is the question. All right, I'm going to keep it as is, and let's see how this works. Nope. All right, so that's not enlarging the way that I had hoped, but hopefully you'll get the general idea. I have presented this topic many times in different ways, and sometimes it cooperates and sometimes it doesn't. So I might have to just stop this and share it from here. Bear with me, people. Talk amongst yourselves. There you go. So drumming has been around for centuries, by the way. Can you see this or not? Hang on. Can you see that? I hope. If not, I'll just keep talking. So here's a brief history of drumming. It dates back for centuries. African tribes and Native American tribes used drumming for three different ways: communication, celebration, but also for healing. It's just starting to catch on here that drumming can be used for way more than entertainment. You know, rhythm, it makes your toes tap and your head bop. But did you know that it can also help you heal? So my story is I auditioned for a church band on percussion, bongos and congas, and I had no experience and no lessons, but I gave it a shot anyway. And hang on a second, and I was able to pass the audition because I have the gift of rhythm, apparently. Who knew? I'm going to stop the slides because this is a little distracting. There we go. I'm going to go back here. And I played with that band for 13 years. And in the process, I couldn't tell if you could see my slides or not, which is too bad because they were pretty cool. In the process of playing with this church band, keep in mind that in the United States, we have churches that do contemporary worship services with rock bands. Okay, the music is all about, faith in God, but we've got drums, we've got electric guitar, keyboard, and all that. So as I was practicing for the first couple of sessions there for rehearsals, I noticed that drumming made me feel better. It was both relaxing and energizing at the same time. That's canceled. I'm trying to get my my speaker view to be different here. Okay. And so I was able to play along with the band and noticing that it was making me feel good. All right, so I looked up online, is there such thing as drum therapy? I Googled it and I found out there really is a field called drum therapy. So I got certified by Drums and Disabilities, which is an organization that was founded by a rock drummer. So I thought, well, we'll get along just fine. And I was able to develop my own techniques as well. And what I discovered was that drumming can be used in many different ways. Now, keep in mind, when I say drumming, I don't mean drum lessons on the drum set. Drum lessons and drum therapy are completely different. And here's why. A drum lesson involves learning the basic techniques, what they call drumming rudiments, in order to play the drum parts of your favorite songs, right? Drum therapy is using drumming. I actually use hand drums for the purpose of boosting your mental or physical health. I always ask individuals and organizations, because I've worked with both in person and virtually, what are your goals? What are we trying to improve? And then I will create a customized program for them based on that. So someone who has ADHD issues, by the way, in my book, ADHD stands for a definitely hyper drummer. I'll be here all week. And so that program will be different than somebody who just needs some stress relief or they're feeling stuck. So, Dr. McCarr, how do I get my screen to be full screen here? Because I'm just seeing myself as one of the participants. Yeah, is there a way to do that? Anyway, to put me in presenter mode. So I developed things as I went along. I've been doing this
You
for
you
11.
you can present your screen, ma'am. You can present.
I'm doing that now. Yeah, I was showing it, but I couldn't see if you were able to see the slides. And I wasn't
I will inform you.
What's that?
I will inform you when we able to see your screen. Just click on that arrow. You will find the word. There are three words. Window, all screen. You can click on all screen.
There we
Here,
go.
all screen.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not doing anything. But there we go.
Continue. No problem.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. So if you can see me, we're okay. So I developed different techniques. 11 years. I originally had the drumming. It's also called therapeutic drumming. I originally had it as a add-on service to my coaching business because I was doing coaching, ADHD coaching, success coaching, business coaching, you name it. I figured I might as well do something with that MBA, right? as well, because I wanted to make sure this was really working. And then I began working with seniors. Memory issues. Did you know that lots of scientific research and studies have proven that therapeutic drumming can actually help with a whole variety of issues? In fact, Dr. Barry Bittman, who is a neurologist with an organization known as Health Rhythms, I've got training with them as well. He did multiple studies, and some involved a 6 to 10 week protocol, meeting in a group. So it was group drumming with loads of people. Well, not loads, but a whole group of people. They met twice a week for an hour. He actually took saliva samples. So he studied their DNA to see what changes were being made. Yesterday's speaker was talking about neuroplasticity and a lot of neuroscience. There is a lot of neuroscience in therapeutic drumming or drum therapy. So keep that in mind. It's not just noodling around and having fun on a drum, although who was a senior, started speaking in French, not knowing that I also speak French. So I think he was flirting with me a bit, but anyway, he just said, "Hey, parlez-vous, madame?" And como, now I'm talking Spanish. And so he started speaking and asking me, "Ça va, how are you doing?" And I responded in French. And then I asked him, and we had a little conversation going. I asked him, "When was the last time you used your French?" He said, "Oh, not for decades." So we activated that part as well. So I have worked with ages 4 to 100, and I have seen amazing results. All I know is drumming really does a body good. I have seen people experience, oh, there we go, here I am. So I've experienced people who have walked into a fun group event. I do some of those. And I have no idea what their background is. They just come, they sit down. I bring drums for everyone, and usually a djembe, and we have fun. And then they tell me afterwards, "Oh, Dori, you have no idea. I walked in here with shoulder pain or back pain, and now it's gone." And I'm thinking, wait a second, it was just one session. How is that possible? But I cannot guarantee miraculous healing. What happened to me after my accident, if you heard the whole story, we don't have time, but it was truly miraculous. I prayed and asked for a miracle, and I got it. And I wanted to use drumming to help others heal as well. So I think I bring a little extra something to my sessions. So she felt the vibrations and she felt joy. So a lot of people who experience this always say they feel less stressed and they feel joy. So I can't guarantee miraculous healing again, but I can guarantee that stress will melt off your bodies. And we will test this out in a minute. But real quick, some other testimonials I have are I've worked with a lot of kids with autism and disabilities. In fact, I have 2 private clients now. They are young. Their parents are from India, and they moved to the US so that they could take advantage of the different services that we have here for kids on the autism spectrum. Autism is also on the right side of the brain, as I discovered, and that's why they connect with rhythm so well. So I have had a couple of students now who were nonverbal, and they started speaking, one after just 3 sessions. Not fluently, but it was a start. Words, one word here, one word there. Then he started putting sentences together. I wish I had more time with him so I could see, is he speaking fluently now? He was only 6, so it was easier because, he hadn't been nonverbal for very. So this is a combination of sound waves and brain science. The repetition gets you in the zone. I add deep breathing and affirmations to help people boost their mindset. One adult client came to me because she was feeling stuck in her business. I work with entrepreneurs as well. And as we were drumming, again, by the 3rd session, sessions 3 and session 8 seems to be very, very effective. In fact, 87% of my private clients have experienced a breakthrough in 8 sessions or less. So this woman was drumming with me, and she was being very, what I would call tentative, very, very light, holding back, in other words, just lightly tapping. So I said to her, as I have said to many others, is that all you've got? Hit that thing. And so she began to hit it harder because she needed to release, because I sensed that there was something in her past. And that's what happens with a lot of entrepreneurs who are stuck. It's not a money issue. In most cases, it's not a money issue. It's a mindset issue. Something happened in the past that made them doubt their abilities, or someone said something. So she's drumming and she's getting really loud. I call that the warrior woman beat. And things shifted and her eyes lit up, much like these seniors that I work with. Their eyes light up. It's like an epiphany. Oh my gosh, Dori, I now know what I need to do. And she said, wow. So drumming, if you shift your beat, you can shift your mindset and change your life. I said, I'm going to use that. That's awesome. But a shift does take place. So are you ready to drum with me, people? All righty. You've been listening to me talk long enough. So here's your chance. I'm going to drum on this djembe drum, and I'm going to close out with the Native American buffalo drum because that has even more vibrations. Again, every culture has drumming. As you can see from my drum room, I have all conga drums. I have a frame drum because women were the first drummers, by the way. They used frame drums. Very Middle Eastern. There you go. But today we're going to use this. So roll your shoulders, stretch out, take some deep breaths. I'm going to start with the heartbeat. 2 beats. I'm going to hit the center of the drum, otherwise known as the bass. Or anxious, we're going to let it go. You can rock this. You can rise up. I'm going to add a beat to make it 3. Ready? 1, 2. That's the We Will Rock You beat for you Queen fans out there. Breathe, release. you have anything that's bothering you, you could sweep it away. Sweep it away. All gone now. And sweep and sweep and don't need that. And sweep and sweep and I've got this. And now you can rock out a little bit. We're going to speed it up and do something I call the stopwatch. You can do this on your legs anytime you're feeling stressed out. Maybe you have an interview or a presentation or something, or maybe you have a child with test anxiety. Deep breaths. You can do this on your legs. It sounds really cool. Really fast. Breathe. Release. Real fast. Ready? There. So what you're doing while you're drumming, sometimes you can visualize positive outcomes. That's where the mindset piece comes in, because a lot of times we say negative things and it goes around and around in our heads and it gets stuck. Release that, because half of the things we worry about don't even happen anyway. So, when you're able to, this is the sweet things. Well, this sounds really good on a book, by the way. Just go into circular motion. Sounds like ocean waves. You can really calm yourself down. Take a break, take a breath, and tap out some beats. That's my motto. So I'm going to add a couple fancy beats for anybody who's like, it's evening for most of you guys. It's morning for me, but it doesn't matter. I always have lots of energy. Are you ready to rock out a bit? Here's your chance to jam real fast. Go. There we go. I hope just a few seconds, but I hope you get the general idea. I hope you feel better. I know I need to leave time for Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, but real quick, let me also remind you that every instrument has a frequency. I knew I forgot something. And even your body has a frequency. So don't. I'm not going to teach you how to go on tour with your favorite band. You're going to use this as a self-care tool. And all of my private clients in the US, anyway, I can ship them one of these. It's included in their package. Clients, I've worked with people abroad. We just order one online. I give them the specifications of the type of drum that I use so that they can order one on their own. And if you practice 15 to 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, that helps sustain your health and your wellness. It's like going to the gym, except it's less work and more fun. So anyway, I hope that helps. Anybody have any questions? I will open up the chat now to see.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, does anybody have any questions?
Good evening. Good morning to you at the US.
Thank you.
It was very wonderful and very unique therapy you are introduced. In India, we have music therapy. Mostly like we have Sufi type music or some classical music.
Yes.
Western something that is being used as what you call therapy. But drums, for me personally, I haven't had about this. But really, it is very good. But what kind of ailments can be overcome or can be reduced? Tensions or sort of anxiety can be reduced through drumming.
Sure. What I have seen and what studies have shown is that it can reduce your blood pressure, reduces anxiety and stress. It also gives you feelings of calm and joy. So it's boosting those feel-good endorphins in your body. And memory issues, those with traumatic brain issues, I've worked with some people with that. I've worked with people with numbness in their bodies, and also some people with some pain issues, back pain, leg pain, things like that. I mentioned the buffalo drum, but didn't use it. And in those cases, I sometimes have them sit in a chair and I will drum around them. I've done this virtually. They say they can feel it, but it feels much better in person. And I will go go right on the affected body part. Like in my case, I had tears in my shoulder, knee, ankle, back. Being better now. One was saying she was having nightmares because she had some PTSD there. No more nightmares. Some people have reduced their medications or eliminated them completely. Again, I always tell people, I'm not a doctor, so I can't prescribe anything. I have worked in tandem, though, in conjunction with other doctors and neurologists, including the girl with the epileptic seizures. I was a little worried about that, but I was working with her neurologist, and her seizures were dramatically reduced after just a few sessions, and she was so cute.
There is a small problem that one should know the art of drumming. You cannot take out any sound just in a random basis. You cannot drum it and have a listen to drumming. That's like in music, you just can use in mobile or somewhere. You can have television, you can listen to music. Unlike this drumming, so can do we have to learn this to how to drum it for different type of ailments, as you mentioned, depression, high blood pressure, some other back pain like that?
Well, there are certain techniques that I use. Some I've developed, and some that I have adapted from my training, and that are very, very useful. There are rock drummers out there, though, that they also use #drum therapy because they are just having fun. And when I play that drum set back there, it's mostly just to have fun. You will feel better with drumming, but if you wanted something more targeted, it helps to learn specialized techniques, certainly.
Thank you so much, Doyman. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Sure. And I should also say that anybody can do this. I don't work with anybody who's professional. Everyone I've worked with they're beginners. So if you can count, you can drum. And drummers can only count to 8. So there we go. Sorry, another drummer joke.
Thank you, Dr. Badruddin Ahmed, sir. Now I request Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir. Please, you can ask and discuss.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar, sir, Principal, sir, Prashant, sir, and good morning, ma'am. Wonderful presentation you have made. And definitely the percussions, that creates a kind of vibrations in the environment, in the air. Yes. And they are reaching to the ear. And while reaching to the ear, you'll find they goes to the tympanic membrane and then the chain of the ossicles of the bone, and the nerve conduction is there, and then it reaches to the brain. And definitely there is a connection you'll find scientifically. And definitely, as we appreciate, the music everywhere, the music, it is a universal fact that everyone appreciates music. Exactly. And I think, from in India also from ancient time, we are having, the drums, and, we are having some different instruments also, like mrudung and other instruments are there.
Tablas and what's the other drum that you have? Tablas, which are super fast.
And so many instruments are there as a percussionist, and they can produce a drum-like sound. So I know what instrument should be used for what diseases. That is one thing. Then second thing is, to what length of time, how many follow-ups should be there, and how many, suppose someone is hypertensive or someone is having like this. So what length of time they should continue? That is second question. Third question is, now you are playing, in front of us, and it is a really wonderful thing what you are doing, a demo you are given. But if suppose we don't have person like you in our country, but if suppose we are having some recorded music, the drums with us. So I think can that also have that same impact like what you are doing it live? That is another very important thing, because the pause, then the continuation, then the beat, and definitely you have talked about the frequency, and then the loudness, which is measured in hertz and decibel. That also matters a lot. That is also one thing. So how to exactly, because we have to find out scientific thing, because when I'm a doctor basically, so when we are convincing our patient for such a kind of therapies, what kind of, explanation we should give it to them, acute
Sure.
diseases, there chronic diseases are there. So these are the several questions are there definitely. And I think in the human body also there is a rhythm, the cardiac rhythm is there, tap, love,
Yes.
dub, love, dub, love, dub.
Yes.
And the
Your heartbeat.
neurological conduction is also having some kind of rhythm. So I think, your therapy, corresponds to the human body, no doubt. That is there,
Yeah.
definitely there.
I always
But,
tell people, yeah, go ahead.
on what, yeah. How, we can explain this on a scientific ground to the patients that, it
Sure.
really, how it works and how it really plays a role. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everyone, African countries and even Latin USA and or every part you'll find the music is very much appreciated, and especially
Yes.
the drums are, we are having tabla, we call it as,
Yes.
so that is also one of the wonderful instrument, and we really lost, ourselves and the own identity when we are listening such a kind of music. And I
Yeah.
think we are moving away from our own physics and psych, and we are going in a different world.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, definitely it has some meaning.
Electronic
So
music
what do
isn't
you
the
think
same.
about this?
All these kids are
Yeah, what do you
listening to
think?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let me try
how we
to,
can. Yeah, so please comment on this.
sure.
Otherwise, wonderful presentation with your demonstration. You have done a great thing. Thank you very much.
Sure thing. It pays to have a doctor in the house. Okay. So yes, I think you can tell your patients exactly that. You have a rhythm instrument in your body. It's your heart. There's your bass drum right there. Boom, 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 boom. It's already, take your pulse. You've got a beat going. So you are connecting with that rhythm, right? You're connecting with the drum, and anybody who wanted to take this on a more spiritual basis, they say you can connect to your creator, or if we're working in a group, we're connecting with each other. In fact, if somebody's worried that they won't have good rhythm and they'll be off the beat, I tell them, you will connect with our beat and you won't even realize it through the process of entrainment. So you are entraining or connecting to the beat, which is connecting to your body. And there are certain drums that are better. Again, I don't do cultural drumming, but you're right. There's so many people I've worked with that don't know the drums from their culture or even the music from their culture. They moved to the US, but it's like they lost that. So I explained to them, no matter what you use, if they're working with me, because I am a toker percussion artist and distributor, I get a really good price on these. But that's not the real reason I use them. I chose this rather than like the conga drums back there or the drum set because of the vibrations. So you want a drum that has what I call good bounce. This has a goat skin head. Apologies to the vegans out there, but it does have a good sound. And so the other drums are a little bit more stiff. Great for fun and entertainment, but not necessarily for healing because you don't get as many vibrations. This is easy to play, and a lot of teens look at it like, I wanted a drum set. And I said, well, this is like a drum set without the cymbals because you have 3 different parts, bass, and here's the snare. So you can convince them. But for your patients, you just tell them that it's a great way to help you relax because the beat, matches your mood. And you can either raise your mood or you can tone things down if you're too hyper. I always ask people when I start with them at group or private, how are you feeling today? What would your drum beat sound like? And I can tell, oh, wow, they're like really, really stressed out. And so we try to bring that down. And if somebody who's, might be going through, maybe they're feeling sad, I'll try to raise that up a bit and I'll switch the beat. Now, keep in mind, I work virtually, so I can work with anywhere in the world. We just have to sync up the time zone and work it out that way. But yeah, learning how to do basic beats and rhythms on a drum that's easy to play. This is great, the buffalo drum, but I can't play this to songs. Like I said, I like to teach people how to play to their favorite song. I take requests at the end of their sessions. I can play rock, Latin, pop, anything on this, but not on the buffalo drum because you're kind of limited. It's not as cool. But yeah, definitely can be used for loads of different issues. Again, you can't guarantee that it will help them completely heal, but it will make them feel better, less stressed. It will improve their mood. I hope I covered all the bases there.
Yeah. Another very important question I asked that, you are doing a live demo right now today, and should we go with a live demo to the patient, means live this music to the patient, or it should be recorded, or it should be synthetic, we can nowadays, we can synthesis also, we can have
Right.
drums on octopad or
Okay.
something like that. So
Okay.
can we
Here's
do
a,
that?
yeah, they can go to my YouTube channel, Next Stage Drumming. And check out a few short videos on different topics. There's some more information and links to the research on my website, nextstagedrumming.com. And also, listening to music can improve your mood, but studies have shown that actually playing an instrument is 10 times more effective. Just saying.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful, interesting information we have received today. Thank you very much. Wonderful
You're quite
explanation.
welcome. Thank you. Glad to be here. Anyone else? I see some comments that are
Thank
in the
you,
language.
Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir. If anyone want to discuss with our resource person, you can unmute and you can discuss among the participants.
Yeah, they can reach out anytime too. I can put my info here. Except I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, Dori at nextstagedrumming.com. You can reach me and ask me anything at any time. We can set up a call, or, we could just chat via email. So yeah, this is something completely different, but it's relatively new, but it's lots of fun, and it's highly effective. And more people are realizing that there's neuroscience behind this. Some people are calling it neuro arts. But brain science and brain hacks seem to be very, very popular, and it can also be used in the corporate setting to increase creativity, productivity, and to boost mental and physical health. I have worked virtually with organizations who wanted stress relief for their employees. So I did a little stress relief program for them. So you never know.
Thank you, Dori ma'am. If anyone want to discuss, you can discuss. Now, otherwise we will go to the vote of thanks. Please,
Madam,
sir.
can we take online coaching from you for drumming?
Yes.
You coach, you can train the people online?
I work directly with the people privately online. I haven't developed any courses yet because I thought it's better to work in person. That way I can see if they're holding the drum properly and if they're understanding the exercises. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I work one-on-one with people all over the world virtually.
Okay. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much. We will contact through you on your mail ID through Bedkar sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. I
you
will
can.
issue you the details about to contact to her. You can
Thank you.
contact her. Thank you, Dr. Badruddin Ahmed, sir. He is Dean from Management Science. Also, thanks to Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir. He is doctor, and today's topic was related to health. So, his discussion also added few points in our session. So, thank you, Dori madam.
Yes.
Before, I think 5 to 8 years ago, there was a interview I have watched on TV. He was a student of nearly high school, and he
Yeah.
got merit from the Kerala topper first. When I listened her in his interview, then he said that when I continuously was doing study and in between I was needing a break. In the
Mm-hmm.
break, there was a room. They shooted all these things and interviewed that student, and he
Mm-hmm.
was using random type of hammering the drums, means that blowing the drums hammer randomly. There was a stand, and there was 10 to 13 5 drums was around there. There was a sitting chair, and he randomly strokes all the doors for drums for 1 to 3 minutes, maximum 1 to 2 minutes. And when he becomes fresh after randomly drumming of that, and
Yes.
he was again studying energetically with the same efficiency, and it was the example, very correct example, back because when we do some continuous part, then we get bored. But for have a clear energy for the next joining of that study, we need some
Yes.
break. And that
Yes.
drum theory was he was used before 5 to 8 years. I was knowing that, remembering that event. The student was from Kerala. I completely remember that. So today I remembered all the story about that, because our body is also energetic and some create some
Yes.
vibrations. Every
Yes.
drum, every musical instrument have its own frequency, and naturally when we listen some pleasant music of rhythms or some strokes on the drum or any musical instrument, naturally our body try to match with that frequency, and if it is pleasant one, then we get also enjoy from that.
Yeah.
So your theory and your efforts for the society to create some new knowledge about the sound therapy of the drums, it was very effective one. I think because your health shows that you are still working for the society with this theory, right?
I
So it's
yes,
an
thank you.
example.
Yeah.
Yes. It's an example of you are using this theory in your life, and you are
Yes.
also giving a message to the society that if we use that drum theory for us, then we can cover come in we can cover disease, or we can be happy with this
Yes.
sound surrounding us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
It helps you focus, feel better, and find your joy. I find that when I am working on my laptop and busy, and I can't focus, I need to step away from my laptop and tap out some beats for a while. And it completely refreshes you, and you can get back, and it helps you focus better and be more productive. So, yes, take a break, take a breath, and tap out some beats.
Thank you for introducing this new
Vedka
topic
sir,
for
in
Ji.
Punjab, the Bhangra
Sure.
bhi zyada they use tabla, no sir. In Punjab mein they are using this
Yes.
what Madam has said, right? In Punjabi Bhangra, which uses lot of drums, different drums, small, big, and medium size, and
Yes.
they really get enjoy, and they make people to dance on that drum tuning.
Yes.
Yes. And
Because
I often,
every
okay.
area it's having its own instruments, that may be some round shape, some lendy
Yes.
one, all different, and they give different enjoy with different sounds, and as per their culture we are using this one, but ultimately the aim is to create sound vibrations with a rhythm, so that we
Right.
can start to dance, not physically but in mind also. We can take dance with them also when we listen that.
You
Thank
do
you.
move when you drum, and I tell women especially that drumming burns calories,
Yeah.
and I can't claim this. I said, and some people think it reverses the age process, and I tell them my age, and they don't believe that I'm actually a grandma in my 60s, and I'm still here, I'm still healthy, and I'm still rocking.
Yeah, we wish all the best for your future plan. If
Thank
you
you, and
have
same to you
anything
all.
to, yes, if you have anything remained behind to say in this event or in this today's session, you are always welcome to join again and to have actual practice of the drum. That session we will expect from you, that someone get benefited or all will get benefited from you. Today it was
Sure.
theory, but after that, you have a practical session for our all participants. We request you, and you can spare your time as per your ability. We organize it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
to all. Thank you to all participants for joining today, because there is the election results are upcoming from India. Uh, so all are not engaged, but still they are 42, nearly 40 participants are still enjoying our conference also, along with the election result. Thank you to all. Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
हमारे यहाँ
you.
होली हमारे यहाँ होली पर चंग बजाते हैं
जी, हर तरफ जब ड्रामा होता है, जब साउंड बजाए जाते हैं, तो नैसर्गिक नेचुरली आवर बॉडी ट्राइज टू वाइब्रेट एंड ट्राई टू डांस, एंड इट गिव्स द प्लेजर. It was the theme of today's presentation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thank you so much. You all have a great evening.
Yeah.
Blessings to
Same
you.
to you. Yeah.
Keep enjoying the music. Find your joy.
Yes. We will take lesson from you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Hey, I'm here.
Thank you. Okay, you can leave. We will keep this for 5 minutes to fill the feedback link. Okay, and your certificate will be issued within 1 hour. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be
Okay.
going now and hope to talk to you at a later time. Enjoy.
Thanks.